Well, the hysterics out of the left over Elon Musk's potential purchase of Twitter is proof positive they are scared witless over the fate of their preferred vehicle for information management. Changes that may turn the company on its head may very well be coming. However, the famously disruptive entrepreneur can't solve the platform's biggest problem. He can't change the tone. Musk is running the most powerful social media company in the world, and should that come to pass, it could have a range of very positive outcomes. He can use his genius to help eliminate the Russian and Chinese bots that push propaganda that contribute to growing national discord, ending the shadow banning of conservative voices and the arguably fascist practice of monitoring for terms that offend the political ideology of the company's staff, will enhance free speech and will also send a powerful message to other platforms. Opening up the algorithm will expose years of sleight of hand and a censorship regime that have tirelessly advanced a left-wing political agenda. Exposing the inner workings of the company, as he may do, may also lay bare coordination between the deep state and Twitter's censors. Musk may want a more open and freewheeling platform, but Twitter has already created an environment too often marked by hate, rage, and the worst of humanity. It's a daunting problem, and not even Musk can make a dent in it. Twitter, perhaps more than any other platform, has given agency and influence to people who don't care about productive discourse. It has given outsized power to the Monday morning quarterback and to the armchair general. It has become the home of the attention-starved who crave validation because their lives lack real meaning. Bette Midler and Alyssa Milano tend to come to mind, but they're not alone on both the left and the right. It has become a grievance factory that often lacks any substance and proper perspective. Twitter has become a platform that feeds the salacious interests of the voyeur. It has become a place dominated by the far left's victimhood, moral relativistic culture, devoid of social standards. And that tone is fueling anxiety and mental health issues, according to psychologists. In 2019, a Washington Post headline blared that, quote, Twitter is eroding your intelligence. Now, there's data to prove it. Citing an Italian academic study, which found that Twitter not only fails to enhance intellectual attainment, but actually substantially undermines it. The negative impacts of social media on young people is also becoming more widely understood. Now, big tech oligarchs have often heralded the creation of what they called a truly democratic and inclusive town square as justification for their exploits. But that digital town square, folks, is a myth. It isn't a town square any of us would recognize. In a real town square, yes, you have the cranks and the complainers. You have the haters and the hyper-partisans and the extremists. You have those who opine to give themselves a false sense of validation. You have those who are just ignorant and the self-certified experts of everything. And yes, you have your drunk or two. But even at its worst moments, the town square is governed by certain basic rules of morality and decorum. Those rules are largely enforced because of the in-person and intimate nature of the old town meeting or the relationships between local groups of engaged citizens. Those rules vanish on social media. Basic tenets of human decency have evaporated on Twitter and other social media platforms that are tearing at the fabric of our society. Twitter may be a medium of the moment, but its power rests in how it drives traditional media and the national dialogue. The biting, intolerant tone of Twitter influences the editorial decisions of newsrooms all across the country. It is then translated to those mediums and our conversations as well. Just like how a black woman on the Supreme Court and gun control won't do anything about the streets stained with the blood of the urban warfare, a new owner for Twitter won't fix the cultural rot often encouraged and even celebrated on its platform. No computer algorithm can do what human beings must do of their own volition: restore some semblance of respect and understanding to our discourse. Perhaps in that way, this is a greater test of our republic than any in recent memory. Our national unity and the pride of purpose that has made what they called the Great Experiment a great success will continue to be put to the test, whether Elon Musk controls the company or not. Bringing standards of civility to the Twitterverse will depend solely on us.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.